You are now about to witness the awesome, crushing, might of the Eugene S. Robinson
Game of YouTube.
Show. Stomper! Welcome, my friends, to a show that usually never ends. This is version 313 of the Eugene S. Robinson Show. I'm your host, Eugene S. Robinson, with my able assistant. That's Ms. Robinson. 313 of the show. Get to it in a second, right after Bob Riley, Stigmata, sings us in. Tell us our intro, All of Nothing. Still available from Revelation Records, Huntington Beach, California. Our record called Over the Jump. Huntington Beach, California, where they shoot me a death in a nightclub. One of your mayor folks come out of town on a rail. We're going to open up a Substack restaurant. Got a mail in Central Florida, and I mixed up the order, I know. And hit the ball with a hammer. Let's let Bob sing us in. Listen well. Give me that alone, please. Keep doing anything else to that. Don't say ever you can do nothing with you said.
I'm on my way back
No, yeah!
I took my time with a few and I needed to
When I'm taking a real good look at you.
Now I'm
Taking a real good look at your face.
I'm on my way back to their bar.
So see you take back and forth. Nothing. All right, my friend, minor Freud. All right, my friend, minor Freud. Let me, Mr. RP, he likes a personal invitation. Hold on. Let me get here. Let me tell him that the show's on, Mr. RP. He gets his personal invitation, so he knows. All right. Oh, he's there. All right. So you ignore the text I just sent. So yeah, we have an able assistant. Mom's at the hospital. Woke up at 2:20 in the 2:24 in the morning. Apparently tried to wake me up at 2:20 in the morning, 2:24 in the morning. She said, "Yeah, I tried to wake you up," and I go, "What happened?" I said, "What happened? Hey, kid, I told you to get a chair. This show will take forever. I'll go for 2 hours if you keep interrupting me. Sorry. Get a chair and hang out on the floor. Come on, bring it back in." Yeah, that's what it's gonna be. Yeah, 224. My heart was racing. I thought I think I'm having been complaining about heart pains for the past couple of days, thinking I have a heart attack. I go, "Does it bother your arm?" Because it doesn't bother my arm. But the symptoms are different for women. There you go. Come on in. Come on. The symptoms are different for women. And so I said, "Hey, you know what you got to do? You got to go, I got a class. I got 4 hours of teaching to do." I go, "That's not happening. It's not happening. Nobody wants you to drop dead at a pole studio. Go to the urgent care. Get it taken care of. EEG, EKG, whatever. Say, did you drink coffee after 6? Well, coffee does everything. Okay, let's let the doctors so we're here. We're about to go on a play date with Abe, an ape named Abe.
Yeah,
Abe, yeah, it was excitement about Abe, but we got to finish the show first. The Substack is out because there's a lot of stuff that happened this week. Some stuff I can't even talk about this week that involves very serious, massive, disturbing criminal activity that has affected me and mine to a certain degree. I'm not going to go into it right now. Yeah, it's somebody's family show. But we're not going to, there won't be so many Utre stories as there are usually because I got the little pitches have a bigger ears, if you know what I mean. So, but we're not, and it was all overshadowed by May 8th at 2:30 p.m. in New York City. The grifter nonpareil, and that's my editorial opinion, Carlos Watson is facing the music, someplace he never thought he would be. His defense, rather than throw himself on the, and this, if you've read the Substack, you already know what I'm going to say. Be patient. His defense, as it stands, is that his defense, as it stands, is that he is being castigated. He is being subjugated. He is being singled out because he is a black man in America. Roland Martin said it best. Yeah, he's pleading not guilty. He tried to have the charges dismissed on the grounds of racial bias, and the court just laughed at him. Roland Martin said it the best. He said it. What did he say? He goes, "Hey, you're gonna have to go outside if you make noise, kid. I gotta do the show. I'm just gonna keep talking until I get the show done, which means that we'll be sitting here all afternoon and we won't go to Abe's. Do you understand that? If I have to stop one more time to talk to you instead of talking to them, unless the house is on fire, we're just not going to Abe's. Okay? You got it? Do you understand me? Okay. You can play with stuff, bring stuff in here, we can hang together, but I got to do the show.
Okay.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Roland Martin calls him trying to position himself as a John Shaft of entrepreneurs, which has got to be about the funniest friggin' thing ever. The John Shaft of black entrepreneurs. And then he's making, of course, going to the Breakfast Club again. Now he's all over black media, where before he couldn't be bothered, right? There you go, IJ. He couldn't be bothered. So I know I said, look, it's not so much that I lie. I just say stuff that doesn't come true. I know I said with the last Ozzy piece of about 7 months ago that I wouldn't write about it again, mostly because I got deals in development, right? Tiger King people, these other people. I got things, you know, the things behind the scenes. What is it? What is that song I did? 100 Ways to Say Yes. Now I'm finding them all. So I don't want to queer the vibe on anything that's out there that's in development. But I told him at the time, and I tell him again, this story's got legs, and it gets stranger and stranger, up to and including, if you read the Substack, who he's got to defend him in this Justice Watchers thing. If you watch the video, look, this guy couldn't drive people to Ozzy Fest in significant numbers. It's New York. It's a hard city. You got a lot to compete against. You got have people to show up in court to defend you when you're clearly, oh, look, I'm not saying I didn't do those things. I'm just saying everybody does those things, and me being singled out for him is driven by racial animus. He's looking at the man in the mirror, trying to keep his ass out of Stony Lonesome, out of the goal, out of the Borstal. Yeah, the Borstal, that's where the English is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, the cycle. She beat up her wife or her girlfriend and then tried to run the wife and the girlfriend who's trying to flee with the 4-year-old baby that they have down with the BMW. And then when she gets arrested, says, "You can't arrest me. I'm a Superior Court judge." And then as they're arresting her, she's like, "Screw it! Oh, you gotta let that white boy help you. Listen, whoa, yeah." So, so yeah, I gotta speak my piece. Moreover, I sat down with a calculator and did some math, right? And if you want to know what's got to be in my bonnet, hey, Mr. Robinson, why are you so? Well, you don't think I had anything else to write about? Didn't I talk about the capital crime that touched my family this past week that I'm not talking about now, but I could have? No. What's got to be in my bonnet is a 19% salary cut that I had for like a year, right? Start from the beginning of COVID to when I was laid off. Oh, now the thumb comes up. There you go. I tried to get that to be done on if the shoes fit, it won't do it anymore, huh? On the Cinco de Mayo. So 19%. 19% for over a year. Well, my salary was 19%. He got $7 million in PPP money to get bounced back from COVID. He gave none of it. He was not supposed to lay people off or cut salaries. Made me sign some paper agreeing to this, the 19%. That's okay. The fact that I signed the paper to agree to the 19% doesn't mean anything when you weren't supposed to take the 19% in the first place. So, yes, I did. Sleeping state. That's exactly what I did. So I'm all over this thing. I'm not going to stop. And I know I said in the Twitter blast, and it's always Twitter to me. Forget about this X thing. In the Twitter blast, I was going to be there in court. Let me explain something to you. I had a woman that I dated in college, right? We were deeply, deeply in love. She invited me to her family's house and Thanksgiving. What did I say about Utre stories? I don't know about this one. She invited me to her family's house for Thanksgiving, and the father, a Swede, was super nice, wanted to talk to me about Miles Davis and jazz and blues because naturally I've got an inline on a lot of this stuff, you know. And I was solicitous. I dated girls in college before who had me over to their house, and I realized, okay, though we sleep together at my place or her place, when you're at the Paris, you show a little respect. You sleep in the guest room. Now, I've had strange things happen when that happens. I've had parents leave open checkbooks on the nightstand table in the room where I was staying. I don't know. I had to deal with Muggable Mary in New York, so these entrapment things are don't surprise me. Now maybe that's where they wrote their checks. I, for the life of me, don't know where my checkbook is now.